Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome. So glad to have everyone here tonight. Welcome to our webinar tonight. This is a production of the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated, Hope Health Ministry. And tonight we are going to be talking about the 2022 health observances. We are so excited tonight to be able to share this information with you so that you can strengthen your health ministry if you already have one, or if you do not have one in your church, this information will help you to build one. We lay the foundation for you with these health observances, and you can use them however you please. So ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to have you. We want to recognize those of us that are viewing us by Facebook. Welcome, Facebook family. We ask that you share this in your network, please. And of course, if you have questions or comments while we're going through the webinar, please feel free to post those. We welcome our friends who may be viewing us via YouTube. And then, of course, everyone who is viewing us tonight via Zoom. Before I go any further, I'd like to acknowledge our convention leadership. Dr. Jerry Young, our convention president. Dr. Alvin Edwards, our general secretary. Dr. Alvin Love, our chair of the Federal Faith-Based Development Initiative. And Dr. Michael O. Minor, the national director of the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated, liaison to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Again, this is a production of our convention. So happy to be with you tonight, and so happy to have many, many members of our HOPE team with us. In tonight's webinar, we're going to review again these 2022 health observances. Our host tonight is Dr. Felisa Washington, who is one of our health ambassadors and one of our leaders of our HOPE Health Initiative. So, Dr. Washington, I'm going to hand it over to you. We're excited to hear what you have to tell us tonight. Can't hear you, Dr. Washington.
Hello, everyone. I am Felisa Washington. Thank you, Sister Minor, Digital Coordinator of the National Baptist USA Incorporated Hope Health Initiative. And I'm honored to host this grand event on this night. This is our 2022 Health Observances. I thank you, Dr. and Sister Minor, Dr. Minor, who is our National Director, for entrusting me with this task. And I'm elated to have members of our HOPE team on with me tonight as well, so that you all don't have to listen to me all night. I will bring a few of our team members on to kind of elaborate on their area of expertise. Now, briefly, before I jump into our presentation, let me mention All of Us research, of which President Obama pressed precision medicine in an effort to have more patient-centered care, which led to health reform, including the Affordable Care Act. All of Us research is non-invasive. It includes, it may consist of samples and questions related to family history, habits, environment, culture, etc. It's a program of which NBCUSA has been charged with helping recruit participants over the last 4 years through NIH National Institute of Health Research. It is designed to answer questions such as why certain ethnicities are disproportionately affected when it comes to health diseases and even care, or why certain medicines and treatments work better on some ethnicities as opposed to others. You know, such as my eyeglasses or the contacts I have in now. My prescription may work good for me, but it may not work well for you. So let's cue up real quickly a quick video to provide a little more information about All of Us.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
All right, thank you. So in contributing to research, we need your help. We need 1 million people to join All of Us as researchers work to connect the dots. So one might ask, how do I join? And we are so glad you asked. Our HOPE team members are willingly waiting to get those interested signed up today. So simply just drop your name, your state in a way that we can reach you in the chat, and someone from our team will follow up with you. You can also visit joinallofus.org/NBCUSA. So now that we are all either already involved or just 1 or 2 steps away to hopefully considering joining All of Us, let's get into tonight's agenda. So our purpose for Health of Services, as Sister Minor said, is to be a resource for churches who are in the process of or thinking about or already have a health ministry. Maybe some still call it the Nurses Guild. We call ours the Nurses First Responders Ministry. Doesn't matter to us what you call it, as long as the main focus here is health and well-being of the mind, the body, and the soul. As we all are well aware that one entity can and will positively or negatively affect the other. Our Health of Services occur on a monthly basis, of which we increase awareness of various health conditions. We highlight concerns which are faced within our communities, and we focus on just being proactive, taking proactive measures through health prevention, health promotion, and health maintenance and stability. This entails encouraging we have a healthy lifestyle with diet, exercise, rest for the mind, and understanding our health and aging, which we all want to age well. And also just providing support for loved ones that we all may live high quality, efficient, and effective lives. So let's jump right into January 2022. In the upcoming month of January, we will be there before we know it. We bring awareness to eye health as it relates to being glaucoma aware. And some of you may recall, back in January of this past year, Dr. Gerald Simon of Birmingham, Alabama, BHAM, reminded us on last year during the very informative glaucoma education webinar that there are typically no signs,
All right, everybody. I hope that you all can hear me. Dr. Washington is having some technical difficulties, but we're going to keep on moving. So January is the month that we talk about eye health. And she was talking about Dr. Simon, who presented to us on this past January about glaucoma. So glaucoma awareness is one of the very important observances that we talk about in the month of January. Also, we know that glaucoma is kind of one of those silent maladies that creeps up on us because it does not have any signs. It does not have any symptoms. Therefore, it is very important for us to get our eyes checked on a regular basis to ensure that the pressure in our eyes is correct. And there is Dr. Washington. It is back in your hands, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So that was glaucoma aware. This technology is good when it works.
Right.
So in addition, January income, thank you, Sister Minor.
Yes,
January
ma'am.
encompasses a very life-giving gift of blood. As Christ gave his life so that we might live, let us share the gift of life with others through blood donations. Look into maybe sponsoring a blood drive with your local blood donation center, for we all know there is life and power in the blood. So be the lifeline of others in bringing in the new year. Next, in the month of February, we highlight National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Sunday on February the 6th and Monday, February 7th. And I hope you all have your calendars so that you can note this, but if not, you can always visit our website and we'll give you that information later on. In the month of February, we also highlight American Heart Association by wearing the color red. This is a time of which we acknowledge and empower women across the nation to take charge of our heart health, because our heart and our health matters. We wear many hats, we juggle many things. So given the latter, we need to ensure we're getting our heart checked regularly, as over 500,000 women were dying annually, which prompted the American Heart Association to begin this initiative years ago for the sake of women nationwide. So you can host a Rock Your Red Day by being creative. Maybe ask your congregation to rock your red dots, or rock your red shoes, or rock your red hats, or red ties, or red scarves, or just simply wear red attire. Have fun with these observances. In the month of March, we have many, so listen up. Did you know colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths? So the month of March, we acknowledge National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Colorectal cancer is the fourth most common cancer in the United States. It's preventable, it's treatable, and it is beatable. So we encourage all to know your risk, know the signs, and get your screening. We all know Black Panther Chadwick Boseman's transition as a result of this grave illness. And what a loss to our movie world and all, like my family and I, who love a good movie. So let's be colorectal aware in memory of King Boseman. You must know your body and keep a watch on anything that simply does not feel or look right. We also acknowledge and encourage kidney health in the month of March as we support the American Kidney Fund, as kidney problems caught early are often treatable. Mark your calendars, as Kidney Fund Sunday is March the 6th and World Kidney Day is March the 8th. One creative way of doing this is to have a large jar of kidney beans and have a time for people to guess how many are in the jar as they make donations towards the kidney fund. The one who guesses correctly can be rewarded with the prize. And as we speak on kidneys, always remember to keep a watch on your blood pressure, for it too can negatively affect your kidneys. Then there is Women and Girls National HIV/AIDS Day, which is March the 10th, a day to focus attention on women and girls affected by this virus. In March, we also celebrate National Nutrition Month and Table Test Sunday, of which congregations pre-pandemic, we often use this time as a time to celebrate and create healthy and delicious meals, snacks, or treats, which were low in calories, carbs, and sodium without ever altering the taste. Even having fun with it by seeing if members could even tell the difference between treats made with sugar or without sugar with a natural sugar substitute. So we have with us today Sister Ellen McKnight, our National Nutrition Director. She's on this session, and I'm elated to have her expound more on this as well as diabetes awareness. Sister Ellen.
Hello, everyone. Ellen McKnight here. So excited to be a part of all these observances. As she mentioned, March is National Nutrition Month. And with National Nutrition Month, we want to encourage you to make certain that year-round, not just in March, that your plate is balanced, you're eating whole grains, lean proteins, low-fat dairy, and then also your fruits and vegetables. Don't forget to make your plate colorful. Now, as it relates to National Diabetes Month, that's so very true what Dr. Washington said earlier about maintaining your sodium intake, because that can affect so many things. But we know that uncontrolled diabetes and uncontrolled hypertension or blood pressure does in fact lead to kidney failure. So we want to encourage you to make certain that you are eating balanced meals. If you are a type 1 or type 2 diabetic, that you are making certain that you are counting your calories, and then also watching your carbohydrates and make certain that you have the correct exchanges. And then also, if you're a type 1 and or type 2 diabetic, that you meet regularly with a clinical registered dietitian to go over your lab work and make certain that they formulate a plan that is germane to you specifically, because just like with all of us research, not one size fits all. Thank you, Dr. Washington.
Thank you, Sister Ellen. She has a way about bringing it all to life. We also encourage you to take the diabetes risk test, which is a list of simple questions regarding family history, risk, etc., and to discuss it with your healthcare provider in case any further testing is warranted. Thank you, Sister Ellen. Then as we move to the month of April, we observe the following. Minority Health Month, which is held annually the month of April. It promotes, this is a time basically where we encourage all of us to get involved in clinical studies. This will help not only our generation, but generations to come. More minorities are needed to participate in clinical research to better understand how and why our bodies respond to certain treatments, medicine, and therapy, as well as to identify and address cultural bias that exists so that healthcare providers are just more culturally aware and sensitive to the various needs of different cultures. So stay tuned for this year's theme during Minority Health Month. As celebrated in the month of April also is World Health Day, which is acknowledged annually in April to create awareness of a specific health theme to highlight a priority area of concern for the World Health Organization. Now, this past April's emphasis was on depression. Since globally more than 264 million people of all ages suffer from depression, it is a leading cause of disability worldwide. Stay tuned for this year's focus. Then this year, we have added to our observances a very important entity of mental health and depression, which is counseling. So in April 2022, we will be observing Counseling Awareness Month, which is utilized by the American Counseling Association as a time to celebrate counselors and the outstanding job they do in helping people get it together and keep it together through mental growth, development, and working through various mental health issues. Okay, so moving right along into May, while we are speaking of mental health, we have National Mental Health Awareness Month. Just remember to give yourself permission, affirm yourself, do mirror activities, and love yourself. Identify what happiness, love, and feeling safe looks like for you and pursue it. Then we have in May, National Women's Health Week. That's May 8th through the 14th, where we celebrate our women by ensuring that we are encouraging each other as our sister's keeper to be health aware. Next, we have NBCUSA Mother's Day Bells of Remembrance, Breast Health Awareness Day. And that's on Sunday, May the 8th. Again, mark your calendars. Remembering those who have received the Master's Reward on the other side due to breast cancer, and reminding those who are still here that you are important to us. So please do monthly self-checks and encourage all over the age of 40 to schedule a mammogram. May is also Stroke Awareness Month, and did you know that stroke is the #4 cause of death? Stroke is a leading cause of severe long-term disability in America, and I'm sure if I posed the question here today, many of us know at least one person who has been negatively affected as a result of stroke. We would all raise our hand if I asked, whether extremity disability or weakness, paralysis, speech impairment, we all know someone who's been affected by stroke, which is why we think it is very important that we take this opportunity to encourage all to be stroke aware. We must know the signs, know the risks, know the symptoms, although we do know stroke is known as the silent killer. During Power Sunday, I know one thing that stands out to me is ensuring our churches have an AED and congregants are aware of its location and even know how to use it and are even CPR certified in case someone happens to go into cardiac arrest, as some have been singing, preaching, or just sitting in our churches at the time when an unforeseen event has presented itself. So let's just be always ready. Now moving to the month of June, we have National Cancer Survivors Day on June the 5th. And this is a celebration of life for cancer survivors, showing that life after a cancer diagnosis can be meaningful, fulfilling, and even inspiring. So we're giving them their flowers so that they can see the beauty they bring. NBC USA Incorporated Hope Summer of Health and Wellness Vacation Bible School Summer Camp encourages integrating the 95210 Health and Wellness curriculum into your congregation's VBS. You may visit www.sspbnbc.com. That's www.sspbnbc.com to view this upcoming year's VBS curriculum as we get closer to summer 2022. Incorporating health and wellness seminars or workshops during your VBS is vital. And it can include something like a healthy cooking lab, even virtually, a nutrition or fitness expert. One year we had an exercise, indoor fitness and fun gym set up, kind of like a fitness boot camp. And while the kids thought it was all about the fun, it was a creative way to get in good exercise. Next in June, we have Fireworks Safety Month in preparation for July the 4th, set aside during the months of June and July, reminding all Americans nationwide to be fireworks safe and alert. Be watchful and be careful. I will never forget as a child, some neighborhood friends and I lit some Roman candles and our neighbor didn't get out of the way in time. The balls went up and they came back down into the back of his shirt, which was cause for a trip to the ER due to severe burns. So just think safety even as we approach the new year and begin to see all of the many fireworks stores popping up. Safety comes first. Men's Health Month is celebrated in the month of June as well across the country with men health screenings and education. Our young boys need our men to be healthy role models for them. Hence, we encourage all men to get their annual exams in order to live healthy and prosperous lives. Don't put off today for tomorrow. In the month of July, we continue emphasizing fireworks safety, health, and wellness in our VBS Bible School, and also in the month of July, we acknowledge Minority Mental Health Month. With only a few more weeks until school starts, we welcome August with our National Immunization Awareness Month, encouraging immunizations to protect health by being vaccinated against infectious diseases, and that includes COVID. National Minority Donor Awareness Day is August the 1st, which is a time to educate minorities on the need for organ, blood, and tissue donation. Now, this is a great time to become educated about organ donation. Speak with your physician and especially ensure your family is aware of your organ donation preference. This will be a great time to invite someone in who has either donated an organ or been the recipient of an organ donation in order to speak to your congregation about it and to bring awareness to the importance of organ donations. National Breastfeeding Awareness Month is also in August, highlighting research which suggests babies who are exclusively breastfed for 6 months are less likely to develop ear infections, diarrhea, respiratory illnesses, and may be less likely to develop childhood obesity. And that's important to note. Speaking of childhood obesity, September is National Childhood Obesity Awareness Month. Believe it or not, more than 23 million children and teenagers in the US are obese or overweight. According to the CDC, 1 in 5 children are obese, which is particularly concerning for youth nationwide, as childhood obesity increases the chances of chronic health conditions such as asthma, diabetes, sleep disorders, etc. So during this time, we bring awareness to things that we as parents and the village can do by addressing portion sizes, outside time, and less time inside on video games, drinking more water and less sugary drinks, and making healthier overall snack and meal choices. We can make snack and meal planning with children fun and creative while healthy. I am so excited about what 2022 has to offer when it comes to sickle cell anemia, because the very informative 2021 Coffee and Conversation Sickle Cell Awareness Session, which was held earlier in the month of September on the 9th, was fire. You all, if you missed this session, you missed a treat. And might I suggest you check out our Facebook page for the replay, because it was lit, as we, the young people say, because I'm still young here. We encourage all to visit www.sicklecelldisease.org to support our sickle cell community of loved ones and friends. Sister Carper, if you are on, you are welcome to speak briefly on Sickle Sabbath Sunday to be held September 18, 2022. And also if you would like to mention Senior Recognition Month as well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Felicia, and good evening, everyone. Again, we want to remind everyone, when you do plan your health observances, remember our seasoned saints, and that is our opportunity to not only recognize and thank God for his grace and mercy for those who are aging well, but to show our appreciation for what they shared with us through the years. And then as we talk about sickle cell, remember again, giving the gift of life is another way to show your appreciation with our Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Did I miss anything?
Thank you, Sister Carper. Thank you so much. So you all take note. Also, in the month of September, the 8th through the 30th, to be exact, we have our National Baptist Let's Move initiative. It's called Let's Move National Baptist, which we have some very exciting news to share as we challenge millions across the nation to walk millions of miles for momentum towards becoming healthier human beings. We have Sister Nettie Johnson, our National Physical Fitness Coordinator, whom is on with us to give us more information on this growing and flowing initiative. Sister Nettie, the ball is in your court if you're on.
Thank you so much, Dr. Washington. You're doing an awesome job laying out all of this wide variety of health observances. I too am excited for 2022. And one of the things that Sister Ellen mentioned a little bit earlier is that there are many conditions that have a commonality of lifestyle behavior. Sister Ellen talked about how we're going to be focusing on eating well throughout the year. And at the same time, we are also going to focus on making sure that we are moving, not just in September, when we're going to really highlight it, but we're going to actually start in January and go all the way through the year in what we call Let's Move National Baptist. So here's how it goes. We're going to kick off after Martin Luther King Day. And our goal is to enroll 100,000 believers, either members of National Baptist Convention churches or individuals in our families and our communities where our churches sit and serve, encourage them to just move meaningfully for their health. What that means is we're going to enroll in a faith-based, physically safe, and culturally relevant program that just encourages people to move meaningfully. So what that looks like will be different for different people. One size does not actually even fit all when it comes to activity. So part of it is to help you to find your fit, what fits your abilities, your preferences, will help you to progress, to maintain, or to improve your health. So we're going to give you some support with that. We're going to explore the physical, spiritual, and physical connections with movement and learn how we can view exercise as a way to honor God with our bodies, as an act of stewardship. We're also going to focus on consistency by giving you prompts, ways to share your progression. There will be education elements, different information on different types of exercise, products, resources, things that can help us, as well as we'll pop in with some virtual exercise classes, as well as some meetups across the nation where we can come together and do line dancing, running, walking, different types of things. There's also going to be an opportunity to celebrate those that are moving individually on church levels, as well as convention levels or district levels. And there may also be opportunity for some swag for individuals that do participate. So we just want you to be sure that you stay connected with us. Information is coming in January. It is free. It is easy to sign up. And it's just basically making a vow to move our bodies for our health, as a way to honor God with our bodies and to either improve, maintain, or prevent some of these conditions that we talk about. So we are looking forward to getting going, and let's move National Baptist in 2022. Sister Felicia, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister Nettie. I'm so excited. I love moving, so I'm ready. September is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know if a first-degree relative, such as a father or brother, was diagnosed with prostate cancer, it increases one's risk? With over 160,000 men in the U.S. diagnosed with prostate cancer each year, and about 30,000 who die from it, We stress during the month of September that early detection is key to successful treatment. Again, we also recognize our seniors in conjunction with Grandparents' Day. And lastly, in the month of September, we have HIV/AIDS and Aging Awareness Day, which is held on September the 18th. In the month of October, we focus on National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, promoting awareness of breast cancer and encouraging education, self-exams, mammograms, and ways in which we can all get involved to support the cause in finding a cure, while all the while stressing that early detection is key. We do a pink out at our church one Sunday in October, or we have a church team that participates in our local Susan G. Coleman Cancer Foundation Race for the Cure. There are so many events and functions to participate in during the month of October during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so let's just do it. October is also National Church Safety and Security Month, of which congregations are asked to perform a safety and a top-down safety and security inspection of our houses of worship and grounds, including fire evacuation and tornado drills, which a lot of times we probably forget about. Together, we can create a safe environment through proactive planning, training, and role designation. And you all watch the same news that I watch, and so it's disturbing. So we must be ready so we don't have to get ready. Then we have Talk About Prescriptions Month, which raises awareness of the issue many have faced, especially in the midst of this pandemic, from depression to anxiety, leading to an increase in drug and even alcohol use and abuse. So encouraging the correct use of medication. Now, as we near the end of 2022 and come to November, which is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, we observe Pancreatic Cancer Purple Light Day on November the 20th. We all know someone who has battled pancreatic cancer, as we all remember Congressional Representative and Civil Rights Leader John R. Lewis, one of many. And we remember and honor those who have battled pancreatic cancer, and we encourage all to know the signs, the symptoms, and the risks, which oftentimes, unfortunately, by the time symptoms present, the disease is often advanced. Diabetes I Decide Day is November the 13th, and it's a National Day of Action and a simple call encouraging testing for diabetes, also encouraging diabetes ID bracelets to let first responders know of your health condition and to ensure emergency contacts are notified. As Sister Ellen touched on, the American Diabetes Association sponsors Diabetes Awareness Month, which takes place each November, and it's a time to come together as a community to stop diabetes. National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month and National Caregiver Month is also observed in the month of November, where we not only think about the 6 million Americans living with Alzheimer's dementia, but we also put emphasis on the caregivers by providing support and helping to look out for them, for it's certainly not an easy task. Do you all know that Alzheimer's dementia kills 1 in 3 seniors, which is believed to be more than breast and prostate cancer combined? There is also a news update that just came out of which a new test has been discovered that can identify dementia signs sooner, even up to 6 months earlier. So it will be interesting to hear more about that. And finally, there is December World AIDS Day. So grab your red ribbons to wear and support those who have died of AIDS. Lastly, National Drunk and Drug Driving Prevention Month. That's 3 Ds, actually: drunk, drugged, and distracted driving, encouraging safe and sober, non-impaired driving. And this is, the way you can do this to drive at home is come up with some creative ways to present various incidents that have occurred in the news, or to have your youth create videos or graphic flyers that express why we should not drink and drive or be distracted while driving. So there you have it. We have provided a full overview of our health observances for 2022 so that you can make a difference in your congregation and community. As a reminder, you may find additional information and resources on our NBCUSA Hope webpage, www.hopenbc.com. And don't forget to join all of us. You can visit joinallofus.org/NBCUSA to join us. Also visit our Facebook page, Twitter feed, YouTube channel, all which should be showing on the screen. And our 2022 NBCUSA Hope Help Ambassador Training schedule will be coming soon. You may also email info@hopenbc.com for more information. All right, so let's open our session for any questions. Sister Minor, Do we have any questions from those who are viewing on our social media platforms?
I do not see any questions in the chat from Zoom. Brother Duke, are there any questions on Facebook?
No, ma'am.
All right. That means you just did such an awesome job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Minor. We appreciate the tireless work of our NBC USA Hope team, Dr. Michael Minor, Dr. Desi Lethy, Sister Lottie Minor, Sister Bettina Campbell, Pastor Dexter Morini, Sister Ellen McKnight, Minister Geraldine Moore, Sister Loretta Miller, Dr. Lavoria Williams, Sister Nettie Johnson, Dr. Marian Townley, Brother Thomas Duke Robertson, thank you so much, and yours truly, Felisa. Our 7 regional coordinators, I would like to acknowledge them as well. Pastor Daniel Blackburn, Northeast, Sister Brooklyn Rogers, Southeast, Pastor Bernard Montgomery, Southwest 1, Sister Linda Carper, Southwest 2, Sister Teresa Fells Far, Midwest, Sister Norma P. Jackson, West, Pastor Richmond Johnson, Far West. Once again, we acknowledge our president, Dr. Jerry Young, who reminds us to envision the future exceptionally. This has been a production of the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated, the nation's largest Black denomination. And I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. and Sister Minor as we prepare to close out. And again, I thank you both for the opportunity. And thanks again to my Hope team for joining and all the encouragement and all of you for listening in and hopefully taking notes. God bless and God keep you is our prayer.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Felisa. You did a magnificent job. I am excited about implementing some of these new ideas for our monthly observances that you've shared with us tonight. I also want to acknowledge, if we go back to our Hope team for just a moment, our core Hope team, of course, Pastor Bernard Montgomery and Sister Linda Carper are also members of our Hope team, in addition to being part of the regional coordinators. So they wear 2 hats. But thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you so much, Dr. Washington, for doing such a marvelous job helping us to get ready. And I know most of our churches start their calendar planning this time of year, or even earlier than this, to get ready for next year. So folks, Dr. Washington has laid it out. So as you're figuring out who's going to be the chair of Men's Day and Women's Day and Youth Day and Choir Day and Past Appreciation and Black History and all that stuff that we do, go ahead and insert at least one monthly observance into your calendar. And it does not have to be an extra program. You insert it into your regular worship. And it could be something as simple as Taste Test Sunday that she mentioned for March, where after service, you have everybody go into the fellowship hall, and preferably by March, it will be safer for us to unmask and taste food and let them do a taste test of those diabetic friendly desserts. Or even if it's something for breast cancer awareness, your table that is set up. There are ways that you can integrate all these ideas into the normal flow of life in your church. So Dr. Washington, thank you so much for sharing with us. I reiterate that this is a production of the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated. Dr. Jerry Young is our president, and we certainly thank him for allowing us to do this great work as we minister to the mind, the body, and the spirit of our congregants. Again, Dr. Washington mentioned All of Us research. Folks, don't forget that. That is such an important initiative that is going to help future generations live healthier lives. The website for that is www.joinallofus.org/NBCUSA. And those Hope regional coordinators, these are not the same folks as our SSPB regional coordinators. These are our health experts, our go-to folks for health ministry. Wherever you are, you can contact one of those regional coordinators in your part of the country that she mentioned, and they can assist you in learning more, not only about Hope, but also about All of Us. We want to be mindful also that our health ambassador training goes on year round. We know that we have many team members that are ready, willing, and able to assist with training. Our leaders in that effort are ready. They are constantly making changes and doing edits to our training manuals to make sure that we are giving you all what you need to become health ambassadors. All right, folks, that is all that I have for tonight. We thank you all for joining us. Again, we acknowledge our Facebook viewers. We acknowledge our YouTube viewers. We acknowledge our Zoom audience. And since I still don't see any questions, I am going to go ahead and bid adieu to our Facebook folks. And I'll be signing Facebook off in just a second. Thank you, Facebook family. Please share. And it will just be the Zoom audience. So again, everyone, thank you so much. God bless each